driveway or road?
I
Turn left on the what? Alright, I'm gonna swing around and try that little road over there. I guess that's a road.
Arrive at your destination.
Oh, we are. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like anything to me, but alright.
She says this is where we're supposed to go. So, Glenn, where the hell are we?
I have no idea where the hell we are. It's Wyoming. It's the corner of Wyoming. That's it. You sure this is a road here?
I don't know.
What the hell am I on?
I don't know. I think we should go. I don't know.
I don't think there's anything here, Tim. No, this ends. There's nothing here.
There's nothing here.
Okay, I'm going
Okay,
back.
we're going back up.
There's probably some farmer over there going, what the hell is he doing in our field?
Okay. Well, we're going to go back this way, and then go back the other way, and then go back some other way, and find our way to where we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
We've been shooting the paper target after the pigs, but because the way this is going to work this time, let's shoot it after the chickens. So you shoot chickens, and then you'll shoot the paper target, and then pigs, turkeys, rams. They call this Cody's shooting shed. It started out just a way for me to shoot, and then it's kind of built into a bigger deal here. This is what they call a 22 BPCRA silhouette match. So BPCR stands for Black Powdered Cartridge Rifle, which people, if those are firearm enthusiasts, know that that's the era basically after the Civil War and up to the turn of the century. So it's actually, we use a case, a loaded cartridge like you're familiar with seeing, but it's full of black powder, and then a cast bullet.
You are between the chicken and the upright on the left now, and come up.
As a way to practice, they miniaturize the game and shoot it with 22s. Well, that whole started off in its own association, its own sport. It's really got to be a big deal, almost bigger than the big board is. So this is what we're doing here today. Single shot rifles, they have to be a falling block design, pre-1896 technology. Also, you can use scopes, but they have to be a pre-1896 design scope. We shoot, there's chickens, pigs, turkeys, rams. The rams are at 200 yards, and the pigs, turkeys, and rams are shot prone, and the chickens are shot offhand at 50 yards. They're really a challenge.
That was a hit. It wiggled. I couldn't see that.
Alrighty, relay one. You fill them out of the I wanted to introduce my friend Jack Oder. Jack's well, how long you competed at BPCR events? 30 years?
Yeah.
Probably close to, yeah. And he's won multiple national championships and is well respected nationwide for being one of the top shooters in our sport. He's going to talk to us about some of the equipment we use. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of an oddball in this game in a lot of respects, but the thing that is strange about what I do is that I can't see hardly at all out of my right eye, and so I have to put my sights over here. And then I still shoot right-handed, but the ice disc that I look through is about 2.5 inches off, so that I'm really looking with my left eye. And all the rifles that we're using here today are single-shot falling block rifles. This is what we call an open bolt indicator, and for safety purposes, once that's in there, anybody from as far away as they can see knows that we're safe, that it can't possibly be an accidental discharge or a round in the chamber or anything like that. So this is the breech block, and that slides up and down, and it encloses the case into the chamber once we get it up there. And then this particular one is cocked when we close it. Some of these have a hammer that you have to cock, but when Winchester built this one back in 1880, they made it so that it is automatically cocked and all you have to do is pull the trigger. Now this particular gun on the trigger, it actually looks like it has two triggers. And what is going on there is that you push this trigger forward and then you only have to just give this just the slightest pull and it's gone. So it decreases the amount of tension you have to put on the trigger in order to get your shot to go off. This one here is set for about 3 or 4 ounces. Most of these people are shooting more conventional triggers, and they're typically set up at a pound or 2 or 3, so this one's quite a lot lighter than that. I don't know what else you need to know except that if you're going to shoot these guns in the prone position, which is laying down using the sticks, about any kind of a barrel configuration works, but when you shoot offhand, you really need to have a fairly heavy gun because we're moving around quite a bit in our sight picture, and you want to try and catch it when it's slowed down enough and it gets over the target so that you can use that hair trigger to get it off. And that's about all there is to this. These guns were developed back in the day after the Civil War and before the First World War, and they were used in common competition up until after the Second World War. And some of these guns were so good that they actually were capable of competing against a lot of the modern guns that you see in the Olympic shooting today. And this was all a forerunner of what we have today in the Olympics. But it's about 2 generations earlier than that. And they're fun. It's been what I've done all my life, my shooting life. And I used to shoot what they call a Schützen rifle, which is a very similar gun, but it would have a big hook butt plate and a big palm rest, and it was used to shoot very deliberate offhand shooting. But there's not a lot of that activity anymore, and when this game got going, I converted over to this because the guns are similar, and the era and the days of old are still here, and that's what I enjoy. And it's fun to have this many people that come out. I've been really successful over the years in my shooting, but it is very impressive how many really good shooters are coming on the scene now. Cody, who just made the introduction here, he's got an advantage of having this range right next to his house, so he can come out and shoot any time, and he does it very well. And over the next number of years, you're going to see his name up on top. It's already there, and my best days are behind me, but I still enjoy it. And these are all my friends, and that's why I come out every week.
I think that'll work okay. You don't have to reposition your whole body. Is that okay?
Good. 8 minutes.
Those chickens are small.
Those chickens are.
We better not squeeze on them sides.
So you draw an X if it's ahead.
People think this is kind of a modern thing because you see Olympic shooters using knob locks and stuff. But if you look at a lot of the really old books on shooting, they did stuff similar to this back in the 1870s and 80s.